Hi, I'm Joey Stuckey, a Georgia Music Award winner and an inductee of the Atlanta Country Music Hall of Fame. Welcome to Behind the Shadow. For me, it's all about creating a sense of musical infrastructure. So I've done it in radio, I've done it in TV, and it just seemed like it was time for me to launch, into a new phase with this show. And the reason it's called Behind the Shadow is the recording studio I have, which is where I spend most of my life, is Shadow Sound Studio. And what we want to do is take a peek behind the surface of music and get down to sharing its philosophy, sharing its secrets. I want to demystify the music industry. I want people to be able to understand how to start a career, how to maintain a career, how to flourish in their chosen field. And I also want to share stories, because music at its heart, I mean, what we are as musicians, we are philosophers and we are historians. And our job is to remind people of things they've forgotten, introduce them to things they never had a chance to experience before, keep a record of our triumphs and our failures and learn from that. So that's the real important thing. I want to share not just surface level of letting you hear their music, but I want you to get to know the artist. I want you to understand why you should care about their music, why you should support their music, why it is you want to buy that album and what it means for an artist when you do buy an album. So we're going to talk about the spirit of music. We're going to talk about the language of music, because it is a language. It has syntax and punctuation. We're going to talk about the music business, and we're going to have a lot of fun. The thing that I always wanted to do was to serve the local community and make sure that all the hardworking people that were musicians, some of them just on the weekends, or some of them were trying to make a living as music, but I always wanted to make sure that the musicians in the community were supported and had a chance to stand on a solid foundation of support so they could reach for the stars. I mean, I just, so much talent in Macon. It blows my mind on a daily basis, and yet we don't have as many success stories here as we used to in, say, the 70s. And I think the only reason for that is we just need more support. If people can start counting on being able to share their gift in a way that's meaningful, then I mean, you're gonna have more success stories. You're gonna have more people wanting to make Macon their home. Once I heard that first band recording music in my little studio, all of a sudden I realized that music was the vehicle to tell my story. And that was the tool that I was going to use to inspire and to encourage other people. Being blind is an important part of my story, because what took my eyesight was a brain tumor. So having to learn to deal with some of the other issues the brain tumor caused, not just the eyesight, but some of the other physical challenges has been a real, a bit of a struggle at times. But I think that's why I'm where I'm at now, so that I can be a source of inspiration to others and share my story and tell them that if I can do it, you can do it. There's something in the air in Macon. There's something hard to define that seems to just make this incredible music possible. I don't know what it is. It's nothing I can put my finger on. It's almost like it's some sort of DNA here. But I was totally inspired by the amazing artists that came not only from Middle Georgia and Macon, where I love to be, but from Georgia in particular. I mean, we've got Johnny Mercer, who's one of the great jazz lyricists of our times, who's from Savannah. Also, a friend of mine, Ben Tucker, who sadly passed away, is from Savannah, and wrote several hit jazz songs. You've got the Allman Brothers. I'd never heard the Allman Brothers before I moved to Macon. You got Wet Willie, and Jimmy Hall's a good friend of mine. I mean, so the reason that I think that I can do this, the reason that I know that I'm supposed to do this, is because one of my gifts is to tell stories. I'm a storyteller, and so I don't want to talk about me, but I want to talk about other people, and I believe that I can bring to the forefront ideas and things they haven't even thought about themselves yet. I know that I can help share that story. And I've had the blessing of working with everybody from Ted Nugent to Alan Parsons, James Brown, Trisha Yearwood, B-52s, Mike Mills from REM. And I got that opportunity by working hard and giving them my all. And that's what I'm going to do here as well.